So, in this podcast, I usually speak on body and mind development, right? How we can best develop our bodies and our mind so we can see the best version of ourselves, what I usually call the God version, or just get to the peak or our peak, or see our peak performances, right? But today I'll take a different topic from the usual, and it's not too far from what I usually speak on. In fact, it's the middle ground of these two topics of the physical and the mindful, right? And speak on interconnection of the two, body-mind connection. That is, it's a topic in its own, the mind-body connection, right? And just to have a feel on how important and how we can best actually cultivate the mind and the body connection. These two really are usually spoken on in different topics as different entities, right? The mind and the body. However, we usually forget the middle ground of this and forget to mention that these two are usually very much connected, the mind and the body. The body isn't anything without the mind, and the mind really won't function well without the body, a body to really embody, right? And we're first going to look at how these two interchange and really rely on each other. First of all, once you have a strong mind, you can enhance your physical performance. I think we all know this. The stronger the mind, the better you can do regular stuff, right? Or even things that are not that regular. So you can increase your focus and also your resilience to most challenges, right? We know as we move along our daily activities, we come across a lot of challenges. So with a strong mind, we really can increase that focus and resilience, right? Just as much as also a strong mind can also really increase your determination to get somewhere, to do things, right? And this is through, of course, your resilience and your focus. And if you're going through physical challenges, let's say you're trying to create a physical body, right? We see people going to the gym. We now much more health conscious. Your mind will actually create a strong mental fortitude, and this will help you push through physical challenges and maintain consistent. Your training can be consistent with these with a stronger mind, you see, because you know what you're supposed to be doing in that moment. So once you're consistent, then you are obviously going to get better results. And once you're consistent, it means that you're telling your mind and your body that you are committed to fitness, you're committed to your goals in general, to your training and all that other stuff. And so as we can see that your your mental is really connected. It's what pushes you, it's what brings much more I can say the oomph or the power into your physical, right? And also conversely, right, your physical body is also going to connect to your mind and help you improve cognitive functions, right? The stronger you are, the better you are able to really navigate and be self-aware and really connect to your body. So it means that you're much more fit and you understand your body more. And this also helps in cognitive functions and memory, and also helps in your mood. So there's a connection between your brain and your body, right? And the body really needs the mind to be strong and really connected. So that's why I always emphasize on working both the mind and the physical, and never neglecting either. Of course, depending on your goals, things can be a bit unbalanced, of course, and you may want to be much more physical than mental, right? Or you may be one who's much more mentally cognitive, and you want to be, you like challenging your mental capacity more, which is not bad, but does not mean that you should totally neglect your physical, right? Have a sense of balance, or at least have physical, or if you are into mental growth and development, have physical challenges that you aspire to, right? And this way you challenge yourself in different ways, and your growth is really balanced. It's balanced because both your cognitive functions and your physical and your mental are both connected, and then it's like you now can focus even better on different goals, right? Away from the physical and mental, right? You can now think much more clearer, you can be much more decisive, and you obviously also, one thing that comes with challenging yourself rather this way, is that you also going to gain a lot of confidence, right? Your confidence will also shoot, because now you've challenged yourself in many ways, totally different from people who only challenge themselves maybe in a physical and that's it, or challenge themselves only in the mental. Now your capacity to challenge yourself is bigger, and so you are going to grow through a lot more, right? And your development will give you that edge at the end of the day. But also, with that said, there's some things we should never neglect, and which also is good for both the body and the mind, right? And that's obviously, I think I've touched on exercises. Both exercises, both mind and body benefits a lot from exercises. So this goes without saying, and exercise is always totally objective. Whatever you want to do, as long as it's challenging, right? Make sure it's challenging to the body. Make sure that it has a bit of strength training in it. You don't have to have the largest muscles, and you don't have to be the fastest person right out there. However, challenging yourself to do whatever that's you prefer doing will actually give you enough of your physical challenges and keep you fit, right? Another aspect never to really neglect is your sleep, and sleep quality. It does improve a lot of cognitive functions, right? The better you sleep, the better you have a much more functional, well-built body, because there's balance, right? Your body needs sleep. First of all, your body needs sleep to rest, and then really for it to function well, and also to grow, obviously to grow and function well, right? Just as much as the brain also needs to rest and reset some of the things that we may have learned, and process all those things, just like a computer processes stuff, and we process our knowledge through rest, and we cognitively understand these things while we're in rest, and the body starts functioning well once it has resetted itself through these rest periods. Something else to watch on or watch about is stress level. The stress level that we usually have can greatly affect cortisol. Our bodies through cortisol, things like cortisol, which is a stress hormone. So this can obviously be countered by doing exercising and sleeping well, also eating well and all that. But we should also be careful of this, because this can disconnect our bodies and our minds. Stress is something that usually I say disconnects the mind and the body. Remember, our mind and body has to connect, and the more stress we have, the more we get this disconnection. However, obviously there's good stress and there's bad stress. I'll talk on that some other time. But if it's stress that we cannot handle, if we are going through stressful situations that we are incapable of handling, right, then we need to really look at other aspects of our lives. Obviously, also consulting probably a medical doctor who can help us on this. However, you have to get to the root of these things, otherwise there'll be a disconnect, and we want our bodies and our mind to really connect and be one, to be able to really be self-aware and have much more a positive outlook and outcome to our lives. And so to recap, the physical and the mental are two different aspects, but really you cannot disconnect these two, and finding that balance to connect the physical and the mental will give you a much more balanced lifestyle. But it's not easy. You need to work on different aspects of what your life needs, or your body needs, or your mind needs to grow in that particular area. Okay, so you should remember that taking care of these two, your body and your mind, will greatly improve a lot of aspects: your cognitive, your memory, your physical abilities, your mental abilities. So this means you have to sleep well, right? Make sure you're getting enough rest. Make sure you are eating well, getting the right food, and you're exercising well. And obviously, this is what the things I usually talk about. So this today was just about connecting the physical and the mental, which is very important too. The body and mind connection are very important. And with that said, my next podcast, I think I'll delve deeper into the physical and the mental aspect, but having a 2-part series for the physical, one for the physical and the mental. Until then, peace to the gods.